Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty, and we are back with Alter Ego, where we're going to aim for the true ending and finally give this girl a happy outcome, and maybe hopefully learn what the heck she did. Might be in the other app, though. I've been waiting for you, my lost child. I am Ego Rex. I administer rules. What you will find here with me is you, yourself. Let's work. I think I will pause while we scroll through books. Okay. 1-1 personality assessment self-discovery begins. And we're mostly just doing these for the boosts. Well, look who showed up. I grew tired of waiting. Sorry, but I'll get right to the point. I have 12 questions for you. Don't think too hard, just answer honestly. We can skip this one. Well, did that clear things up? You don't know much at all, do you? Not about this place or about who you are? No matter, we've only just begun. Come visit me again when you have more ego. A nameless place. I see you've been collecting ego just as you were told. How earnest you are. I quite like it. I suppose you've earned a reward. You're curious as to why we are here, aren't you? Where we are, aren't you? How do I put this? This place is closed off from the outside world. It doesn't need a name. To me, that's all there is to it. Still, I'm curious. How do you perceive this place? I want to pick something middling. We don't not gain control. Place to question who I've always been is what I'll say. A philosophical answer, not bad. The identity of this place is of little importance. You are here, now. Whether you will it or not, something lies up ahead. Perhaps that is exactly why you seek reasons. You and I both. Come back when you have saved up more ego. 1-3, leading rule, know your audience. Is this the maid one again? There are all sorts of books here. There's even one that ends differently every time you read it. It's a picture book. Here, I'll show you. Your interpretation of the story is very much of interest to me. I'll take this one. The characters are comprised of a prince, a king, and a maid. Your interpretation will decide what kind of story this is. So I'll ask you a few questions, all right? Choose the closest answer to your take on it. Now let me hear your story. Well, I'll say should be crying because the king got mad at him. Did I say that one before? I'll say crying because the king got mad at him. How does the king feel about this? I'll say he's contemplating how to best discipline the prince. Why is the maid hiding? To gloat over the royal pair's distress. How does the story end? The king regains his control. Having regained his control, everything goes the king's way. So, that's how your story goes. Poor prince. There are some truths of reality one can find only in fiction. Next time, I want you to let me interpret your story. I don't know if we really need to read this specific one. That's selfish conformity. See if something changes in your worldview, the ending will change. That goes for this place too, not just the story. The future will be decided by your interpretation, by your will. So hurry back when you have more ego. 1-4, Monarch of Stone. Antagonistic surveillant. The facade is getting full of themselves. Oh, when did you wander in? I didn't see you. I am sure you must have run into them on the way. The self-proclaimed monarch, the facade, the wretch. That facade lives to plague me. Fall not to impulse, conform to the standard. Over and over and over they whisper at me. What need is there for social structure here? What's your take on it? It depends on the time and place. Such an ambiguous answer, but it beats the facades any day. You see, that facade is my adversary. They would control me like judge and jury. Listen, you hear it, don't you? Their voice? Damn you, hush. You damnable facade, What does he call it? Hush. I'm not mistaken. I'm not a failure. Forgive me, I can't focus on a conversation right now. If you don't mind, come back again later? I'll see you when you have more ego saved up. Between sanity and reality. Books are to me what breath is to others. I cannot stay myself without books to read. For the sake of my sanity, I immerse myself in the worlds I find within. Even now, as I stand here conversing with you, I am fighting down my very impulses. To put my hands around your throat, May I ask you something? Should I restrain my impulses? Tell me. I'll say get a hold of yourself. That's ambiguous. Get a hold of myself. Is that even possible? I'm fine now. They were just so loud, I got confused. Speaking to you seems to have calmed me. I'm well. I am, for now. I'm still all right. I know how to tame my impulses, you see. I'm fairly certain I won't do anything. Like wring your sweet neck? Yes, trust me. So come back soon when you have more ego. The illusion of awareness. So good of you to come. How do you like the new view? Are you nervous? Your heartbeat is racing. Take deep breaths now. In, out. There you go. Well done. Now for the main event. I want for you to talk about whatever is on your mind. It doesn't matter if it's boring or meaningless. Just speak freely. Now, close your eyes. We can skip this one. What is awareness? It's like an illusion that appears only when you think of it. Both hope and despair are rooted outside of awareness. What is it that your unconscious mind longs for? If you wander around this place a bit longer, you might find out. Keep saving up ego and come see me again. We'll do torn at the seams. It seems you have gotten used to how things work in this place. I think we're ready to progress, don't you? Whatever is the matter? Afraid of change? You don't have to be. Nothing will change right away. Yet, when I look at you as you are now, you seem content to walk your own path. I have nothing further to tell you. After all, you will decide your own fate. Something unwanted this way comes. Yes, it's that facade. Let their words in one ear and out the other. There's no need to heed them whatsoever. I, however, will be off for now. Come back when you have gathered more ego. Let's head to inquiry. Face facade. We meet again, my lost child. I have been watching each choice you make. You would walk your own path, even if there is no road. The way will be treacherous. Conformity lights the way. If you insist on continuing, you have my protection. Until we meet again, never forget. Choose based on logic. Choose based on logic. Should probably see if we can do something with the books. We need Jay to unlock the myth, so... Goals. Boost is about to run out too. That sucks. Well, I'll pause until we get more. Okay, 2-1 Desires, Chasing the Ideal. I have a confession to make. I quite enjoy these talks we have. I've been here alone for such a long time. Such a long... At first, it was just a way to kill time. I wanted to learn more about another person, the first I've ever met. But now it's like a reprieve for me. It doesn't seem that way, really. I'm just not very expressive. Now, I'm going to ask 12 questions. Don't think too hard, answer quickly and honestly. We can skip this one. Quite the revelation, That should explain a bit of what goes on in your head. It might sound somewhat strange to say, but understanding one's own heart is not such an easy thing to do. Same goes for me, of course. I don't know myself at all. In fact, I probably know even less than you do about my... Yes, well, come back when you've gathered some more ego. Mind discombobulated. I had a strange and sudden thought that my words and deeds and private thoughts were following a script so unprepared for me. Do I even have a will of my own, I wonder? Perhaps I am someone else's mindless puppet. Perhaps I'm the only one who doesn't know it. It's just a thought. I don't really believe it. You needn't take it seriously. It was inspired by something I read in a book. It stuck with me for some reason. Could I ask you a question? Are my words truly my own? If you want them to be. And if not, is it the wanting that matters? You have to choose your own path, girl. You strip away all my security, you do. The more you come to know yourself, the less I seem to know myself. I see that now. You're like my shadow. As my shadow grows longer, I end up... No, that's not right. If anything, I must be your... Gather more ego, will you? I'll be waiting. Check on here and see if we can do anything more with the books. Two, three, villain. There can be only one. Good and evil can't be defined in black and white. That's why one's interpretation becomes so important. I'm fascinated to see how you will interpret this story. I think this is the twins. We're gonna kill one of them. This story is about two little girls who obtain some poison. The nature of the story depends on how you interpret it. Are you ready to answer a few questions? Choose the closest answer to your take on it. Let's hear it then. What's your story? They stole it from their parents. Why do they want it? They're simply curious about it. Relationship between the twins, they're too alike to get along. How will it end? One twin will be killed by the poison. Whether by murder or suicide, only one twin lives on. That was quite the story. Sometimes it takes fiction to reveal the truths of reality. Allow me to interpret your story next. And we don't need to read this one because this is just our redoing it. Pure self-denial. As that facade appears evil to me, so too must I appear evil to them. Might I ask, which of us is evil in your eyes? My apologies, that was an awful question to put on you. After all, I'm the one who just said there's no definitive answer. Forget I asked. Really, put it out of your mind. I'm afraid of the answer. I'll see you later when you have more ego. For the reading boost, 2-4 skepticism from whence the world came. You asked me once what this place is, do you remember? This place is closed off from the outside world. It doesn't need a name. I believe that is how I answered you. I don't know anymore, though. I thought I understood this place. I didn't question it for a fraction of a second. I didn't consider it for even a millisecond. Maybe it's strange of me to ask you this. What do you think this place is for me? Let's see, a place to rediscover who you truly are. Rediscover? Is that even possible for me? I suppose I shouldn't overthink it. It's just as I've been telling you. Your interpretation begets your story, and my interpretation begets mine. Yet if that is so, then when you're not here, I'm... Excuse me, I need some time alone to think. Keep saving up ego and come see me again. And we'll do 2-5 self-doubt. What am I? I've had time to think, but I'm even more confused. There's nothing here for me, nothing at all. Those books back there, I've read all of them. But it's hilarious, really, because I was utterly ignorant. For example, to whom do those books even belong? I don't know. I'm not even sure when I read them. These memories I have of having read all those books, are they fantasies, delusions I cooked up to hold on to my sanity? If that is true, then what do I have left? The only thing I have known, the only thing I have, you're the only, unless you're just another of my delusions. It doesn't matter if you are. Your visits here with me are the only times. I feel stable. I feel like I can be myself. But when it comes down to it, I don't know. I I use this word so unconsciously. What does it mean? What does it refer to? My body, or perhaps my thoughts? If I halved my body, in which half would I reside? If all the swells in my body swapped places, would myself just be an optical illusion? The same goes for my thoughts. No, those are even less certain. How can I say for certain that my thoughts are my own? My thoughts could belong to some other person I dreamed up. Am I hallucinating the thoughts of someone from a book I read are mine? If I am not my body or my thoughts, then my interactions? Am I defined by my relation to the world? If no one is here to perceive me, do I cease to exist? If that is true, I can only despair. For within this world, there is only the stone wall that denies me. If this world is all I know, I may as well be dead. If I don't exist without someone here to perceive me, where do I go when you are not here? If I do not exist when you are not here with me, does that mean that you are me, or I am you, or am I you? I beg of you, tell me the answer. You're the only one here, the only one who can answer me. What am I? There is no answer. You are nothing. You are you. There is no answer. And if there is no answer, then there can only be more questions. Oh my, how much we have discussed. But how badly I wanted to hear someone say it. I'm glad I asked you. It feels like just talking to someone can resolve the issue. Not that I've found any answers, but I do feel better. Therefore, I think I will dwell on the mystery of myself for a while longer. I have to stand and face these thoughts. Nothing good comes of avoidance. Save us some more ego, and I will see you soon. Probably pause here and upgrade the books. I'm going to do 2-6 Catharsis, The Telling of Stories. You know, I think we should change things up a bit. I did all the talking last time, remember? Now it's your turn. Tell me all the fears you usually can't disclose. Talking to someone quite helped me. I'm sure it's important for you to put those feelings into words too. The more details you tell me, the better I can interpret them. Don't worry, your secrets are safe here with me. What's said here stays here. I won't tell. So tell me, what's bothering you? We can skip this one. How does it feel to get it all off your chest? Better? Bearing your thoughts to another can help to get them in order. That's how it was for me, anyway. I think I'm close to an answer. If I can just come up with my own answer, I'll be all right. Come back when you have some more ego. 2-7 Presentiment, A Branching of the Way. I hope we're going towards the true ending. You mean to go on, then? I, meanwhile, have been thinking nonstop about who I am. In the end, I haven't managed to arrive at any conclusions. I think and only discover more questions. At this point, I can only assume there are no answers after all. Even so, I cannot stop thinking. Ever thinking, ever searching. I'm sure it must be the same for you. Oh look, the facade is here to talk with you. Go on and humor them, I'll be elsewhere. Keep saving up ego and I will see you soon. Well, let's go. What they said before did seem to imply that we were doing something different, so... We meet again, my lost child. I have been watching each choice you make. Is this unknown path your way? You would alter the conclusion? I watch in shadow. I'm sure that you will see with your own eyes what awaits down that path. When next we meet, the result will be in sight. Walk the road unbending. Walk the road unbending. We still cannot afford that new book. Maybe we could pause for a bit. Jump back into the story for a bit. 3-1 Self-Portrait, Those Who Waver. I've been waiting all this time for you to come back. How long has it been since we last talked? Just a few hours, or perhaps days? I'm sure that time must flow strangely here. What seems like infinite hours to me probably feels like mere moments for you. I've been plagued by such a strange dream recently. In it, I accept the facade's guidance and deny myself repeatedly. Or unable to restrain my impulses, I turn against the whole world. It always comes down to polar opposites. Either I deny myself or I deny the world. And either way, there's not a grain of hope. In my dream, I'm not myself. What do you think? Is this just a regular dream? It sounds somewhat like science fiction, but you alone can tell if I'm really here. Is it just my unconscious mind? Is that my true self? Tell me, are all of my dreams actually real? Tortured to death by guilt, giving over to my impulse for self-destruction? Is that person in my dreams the true self I've been seeking? It's as you say, it's all a dream even now. You have to decide for yourself. Decide for yourself. You mean I can decide which me I want to be? It's as though the ending changes with each reread. Am I just like that picture book? Forgive me, I was lost in thought. Let's leave it at that for now. See you when you save up more ego. A personality test? Now that you mention it, let's stop doing them for a while. You don't have to need any of my interpretations. Try thinking things through for yourself. That's what I'll be doing. Come back when you have more ego. I feel like I'm not adding a lot of commentary to this, but there's not much to say, because we've been repeating a lot of stuff for now. Okay, we did a new thing in Alice in Wonderland. I don't think we saw this one. Who am I then? Tell me that first. We're still not even close to the R's. We don't have the Little Prince unlocked. Okay, we're going to read 3-2 Dream Persona, the Twisted Ones. We are not making much headway on the books, that's for sure. You're here. Finally here. I should turn this down a bit. Do you have any idea how long I've been... What's wrong? Could it be that I'm the only one who... Has this eternity passed only for me? I'm so tired of this. This whole world is just some picture book anyway, right? Just like that book that changes endings every time you read it. Would you tell me? Are you just another character in this picture book? I am? I'm not sure. Not me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. Not about anything. I can't take any more. It makes me nauseous. All I want is to be able to choose for myself. What I will do and what I won't. It wouldn't hurt to let me have that much. And yet, is my very existence but a dream? In that case, I want nothing more than to tear it apart. That facade, this place, you too. I want to twist it all up, tear it, break it. This whole effing world can go to hell. So that's it. I had a dream about that. I followed my impulses, denying the whole world. This entire place was wrecked as I desired. I wasn't myself anymore. Just like I wanted, this place was... I'm sorry, let me be. That's enough for now. If we keep this up, I'll end up hurting... No, not yet. You're still safe for now. I'm still myself, you see. Come back with more ego. Well, we can't even do 3-3 the Seekers. Oh my god, look at this. 10 times like a million ego. But I want to read all the books before we progress the story. Little Prince is ridiculous. Takes way too much. Let's read some Frankenstein. Pause for now. Okay, 3-3 ego, the Seekers. This is like the last normal boost we can get before getting the last ending. I think I'm done for. I've been dreaming of self-denial. It must be some sort of backlash. I dream that I'm a failure, a mistake, just as the facade says. I dream that I'm just here to pull the wool over your eyes. I should disappear altogether. If I'm gone from this world, this picture book will have its happy ending. So I'm just going to... I can't. My head's all jumbled. I can't tell dream from reality. There's no reason for me to even be here. I like the sounds every time a text box pops up. There's no place for me to belong. Am I unwanted? You can still be reformed. I don't know. You're both wanted and needed. I don't know. I suppose I can't ask you everything. I have to work it out myself. But, like a reoccurring dream, I too must disappear someday. Perhaps it is I who wishes to disappear. I wonder, if I disappear, did I disappear because that was what I desired? When I denied this world and wished for its destruction, I got what I wanted, the world shattered. If I think about it, it's the same either way, isn't it? My dreams always end in extremes of destruction. Or one way or another, the ending was the one I desired. The world in which I disappear and the world which itself disappears. Both worlds were those which I, myself, desired. Yes, it makes sense if this world is like that picture book. I just have to decide what it is that I want. It all depends on my interpretation of this world. In that case, there's still a way for me. Do come back when you've gathered more ego. Please, I'm sure we must be close now. I think this one is just reading that book. The Alter Ego picture book. Oh gosh, we still can't afford to get the works of Edgar Allan Poe. See if we get anything from these books when we upgrade them. And we got the You're Mad here again, so I guess that other one wasn't new. Little Prince. It is enough to make him happy just to look at the stars. He could say to himself, somewhere my flower is there. I think we might have did that one already. Delved further into Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Take care of the scents, and the sounds will take care of themselves. Still got so long to go. Works of Edgar Allan Poe is all that we see or seem, but a dream within a dream. From A Dream Within a Dream. Let's see. Delved further into The Little Prince. The grown-ups are certainly very odd, he said to himself as he continued on his journey. So goals. Now this is worth a lot more. Oh, and this is also worth a lot more. Still not enough, though, to get all the books, but... So we're at 3. Should we try and upgrade this one? Because it'll get us more of the O, and the O gets us more of the P. Didn't take us very far, though. This is so disjointed. Well, we will do the next to last chapter just so we can get some tapping bonus. Not that it'll do much help, I think. Here at last. There's a book I'm interested in, but I'm afraid to read it by myself. It's a picture book, but it's strange. I can't take my eyes off it. If I try to read it alone, I may never leave this room again. I think this book could be dangerous for me. Yet I need to read it to learn who I am. Would you read it with me? The cover reads, Alter Ego. I think it's safe to assume that that's the title of this book. There are 2 characters in this story. One is a lost wanderer, the other is a girl acting as their guide. The wanderer who has lost their way in the world keeps on asking, who am I? What defines the world? The girl who is guiding the poor wanderer asks, who are you? What defines the world? However, the girl simply doesn't realize that she herself is the wanderer. Through her interaction with the wanderer, she finally realizes she is... Oh my, the story just trails off after that. How do you think it might end? This world should not be permitted to exist. The girl continues searching for herself and the wanderer. The girl should not be permitted to exist. And hey, we can choose for ourselves. So the girl continues searching for herself and the wanderer. Look at us holding hands. Putting denial behind her, the girl continues on her travels. See, there's more than one ending to the story. I don't have to reject either the world or myself. It won't be easy to find the right answer. I'm still in the middle of my journey, after all. I hope I can keep searching, together with you. Won't you take me along on your own journey, so that I can remain as myself? Thank you so much for keeping me company all this time. I need a little time to work things out in my own mind. Gather some more ego and come back soon. Yeah, we're going to be here for like 20 years. I will finish all these books. But like, we're gaining stuff so slow, and we still have not unlocked that last book. So yeah, I'll pause this for like 6 years. So it's been like hours and we're still stuck just earning like O's, and the upgrade rate for the books is just not good enough. Like, it's going to take us forever to even get to R, let alone be able to upgrade it. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to finish the books, which I really wanted to do. I really wish they didn't reset like all the progress every time you do this, but let's finish the story with 3-5 the world, choosing ease. I hoped you would come soon. Maybe it's cliched, but I knew you would. See, I am who I am. She seems happier. I have my own world. Just like you, too, have a world of your own. Here in this world that is mine alone, it's as I told you once before. How you perceive the world changes the outcome. The contents of the story in this place, too. The only thing that can change the future is your interpretation. It's my interpretation, too, my will. I always thought I had only two choices, conform or rebel. But the answer I sought, it went beyond such dualities, you see. A way to interact with this world beyond affirmation or denial. If I will it, I can remain myself. I finally worked it out. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm all right now. You don't need to come and check up on me anymore. I'm grateful to you. Farewell. You have your own world to return to. Why are you still here? Such a face you're making. Do you have something to say to me? Could it be that I desired this too? Girl and wanderer walking on together. The world I longed for was one with you in it. Which means I get to stay with you? That's it, isn't it? I am happy. It's nice to still be able to talk with you like this. It hurt to think we would never see each other again. It's so boring being here all alone. You're always welcome here with me. Let's chat away the tedium, shall we? I wouldn't mind reminiscing either. After all, we have all the time in the world. I look forward to spending more time together. My wanderer. That was kind of confusing. I think they're singing, but I can't understand what they're saying. Look, it's us. And there's the speech bubbles that I hated tapping. There's the maid. And one of the twins. Or the other twin is cursing her. I saw a fan animation like that once. There's the prince and the facade, oddly together. Prince of Curry? That's the witch with the poison, or the wizard. Hey, the twins are there again. I think that's the murder plotting image from the twin story. And there's a E's, S. Little unclear. And that's also her. There's the butterfly. I wonder if checking out the companion app will explain. The end of alter ego. Because I feel like we're missing something. That's the review thing. So it was an interesting game, although the grinding was a little annoying. But, so, yeah. Let me know your thoughts on this game in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.